more while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever.
They called him Joseph, but to us, he was the beginning of freedom. Like the story of Moses, he led our people away from the harshness of enslavement in Wright County, Missouri, and led us through the Mark Twain Forest and over the Ozark Mountains into Springfield, Illinois. Together, he and his brothers Henry, Edmund, and Thomas's steps of courage and brave silence echo through our veins, and we can hear our ancestors' decree: live free. This is the journey of Joseph, and this is the journey of all of us, the journey to freedom.
In 1864, as the Civil War raged across the nation, Joseph and Winifred faced a choice: remain in bondage or risk everything for freedom. With their children, George, Charles, and infant Henrietta, and Joseph's brothers Henry and Edmund, and their families set out from Missouri under the cover of night. They traveled through dense forests, crossed rivers, and climbed the rugged Ozark Mountains, each step a defiance of a system that sought to keep them enslaved. Joseph, known for his ingenuity and quiet strength, studied paths carved into trees and listened to whispers of safe routes shared among the enslaved. Along the way, young George and Charles learned to watch for danger, to move silently, and to rely on each other. Lessons that would shape their own lives. Winifred carried Henrietta close to her chest, her prayers merging with the wind that guided them north. After weeks of evading bounty hunters and hiding their movements, they crossed into Illinois, a free state, marking the beginning of a new life. Here, Joseph and Winifred laid the foundation for their family, finding a home and planting the seeds of freedom for future generations. Their escape was not just a physical journey, it was a declaration that their lives, their children's lives, and their descendants' lives were meant to be free and whole.
Larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little know nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced.
Joseph's journey did not end with his own freedom. He turned back to fight for the freedom of others. On December 1, 1864, at the age of 45, Joseph enlisted in the Union Army in Springfield, Illinois. He joined thousands of black soldiers who saw military service not just as a duty to the country, but as a fight for the dignity and future of their people. In his uniform, Joseph became a symbol of resilience. A man who had escaped the whip now bore arms to secure freedom for those still in chains. Joseph's regiment was tasked with escorting freed families through southern Texas after Juneteenth, guiding them to safety and protecting them from violence. He saw firsthand the faces of newly freed men, women, and children, and he carried the echoes of his own family's journey in every step. As a soldier, he embodied a promise that freedom would not be a fleeting dream, but a lasting inheritance. His courage and service reflected the same spirit that carried him through forests and over mountains, a spirit that would ripple through generations. Joseph returned to his family in Illinois after the war, where he continued to build, to protect, and to teach. He did not live to see every battle won, but he left behind a lasting legacy, a foundation that we honor today.
From Missouri to Illinois, from bondage to soldier, Joseph Hunn-Houston's life is a testament to the power of faith, love, and determination.
His story reminds us that freedom is not just a moment, it is a lifelong journey and a sacred inheritance.
We, his descendants, carry his name and spirit forward. We say his name so that the children will remember. Anne, Joseph, Winifred, we remember them, and through us, they live on.
And it seems nobody did learn it but the teacher.